Hey students, welcome back. We're going to do another day in our notes. Today we are going to work with compound shapes. These are going to be two rectangles or a rectangle and a square put together. And we're going to solve for perimeter and area. Let's make sure we know the difference between perimeter and area. Perimeter is the distance you travel around something, like if you were to walk around the block. We add up all of the sides. Some of our shapes may have 7 or more sides. Area is different. Area is the amount of space it takes to cover something, whether that is a blanket over the couch or tile on a floor, or how much paint you use to paint your bedroom. That you get by multiplying length times width. Today we might need to break up shapes in a couple of different areas here. So on the bottom of the second sheet we have irregular shapes, and you notice that this looks like it's made up of a square with a bigger rectangle on top. Another word for this, and this is what they call it in IXL, is compound shapes. More than one shape. You're going to find the perimeter by adding up all the sides, and then we're going to find area. I'm going to take a Barbie pause for a second. We're going to do one that has all the sides on it. So thank you for coming with us for a brief pause while we solve this irregular or compound figure. So remember, solve perimeter or find perimeter by adding the lengths and the widths. Now it's however many lengths and widths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to add together. In this case we have 1 length, 2 lengths, and 3 lengths, or we could call them heights. We're going to have that length of 14, a length of 4, and then another length of 10. Now I'm going to count my widths. I have 1, 2, up here my width was 4, followed by a width of 14, followed by another width of 18. Now when we add, we don't have to do it in this order. We can add as we go around.
We just need to make sure that every single edge or side is accounted for.
Get 64 miles. Now, let's go back, try one with a missing side. So we're going to start with perimeter. Notice again, it's length and widths get added together, but we're missing 2 sides. But let's count how many sides. All of one side, so that's 6. So I'm going to bring over 6 lengths and widths, and let's highlight again. My lengths or my heights this time, I'm going to call this 1, 2, and 3.
I'll label the ones that I know first. So this one is 9, followed by this one is 5, followed by one that I don't know yet.
As I go to my widths,
I've got 1, 2, 3.
So I have one that's 13, I have one that's 5, and then one I don't know, so I need to solve these. Let's start with the length. I know this whole thing is 9.
But I don't know this side.
But I know this piece of the 9 length is 5. So what I can do is subtract. I take 9 minus 5, and that should give me what's left.
9 minus 5 is 4.
So this length right here is 4 centimeters. Oops, I put my 4 in the wrong spot. Good catch. I'm going to move it over here. This over here is 4 centimeters. I'm still missing this width here. I know the whole thing is 13. I know that a piece of it is 5. Again, I'm going to use subtraction. I'm going to take 13. What is 13 minus 5? That's correct. It's 8. And then I'm going to record 8 centimeters on this side.
Now I need to use my calculator again and add up these 6 sides.
When I do that, I double check that I have 6 sides in my calculator. And I do. So I have 44 centimeters. And that's the distance around this building or block. So now let's practice area.